You thinking about moving to China but are worried about the culture shock you might experience?
Or are you already in China and you're missing home?
Today we're going to share with you 8 tips how to get past this culture shock. I'm Tyler here with
Jessica.
We've got almost 20 years experience in China, so here we go. Let's have a look at the tips for today.
All right, our first tip for today, prep your tech. Before you come to a new country, it's really important that you know what applications you're gonna use, get your email set up, know how you're gonna communicate with your family. So if you wanna set up a Skype account, make sure you have money on your account so you can call and talk to your family and friends back at home. Also, make sure that you get familiar with the type of applications and programs that people use in that country. So if you're coming to China, make sure that you're aware of what types of apps that people use in China to communicate.
Also, be aware that there are some applications that you won't be able to use in China. Be prepared for all that. Prep your tech, that's number 1.
To help you out, we're gonna leave some applications and programs that are useful in China and ones that we use every day so that you can get ready for your China experience.
Number 2 is spoil yourself and make space for yourself. So what we mean by spoil yourself is don't be afraid to spend a little bit more money on a really good cup of coffee. Get that Costa Coffee or Starbucks. Spend that $4 or $5 it's gonna cost, which sounds ridiculous, and it is, but seriously, get out of your realm and spend a little bit just to spoil yourself, treat yourself, to make you get that, back home feeling and get out, get a breath of fresh air, because we all need it at some time. So don't feel guilty about that.
So another part of spoiling yourself is making sure that you have a comfortable space to come home to every day. Make a space that makes you feel comfortable and a place that you want to come home to. You're going to be out every day surrounded by everything that is new language, new people, new places. So you really want to build a space that you can come home to and relax and download and really feel comfortable in the place that you have chosen. Make sure that you're not feeling guilty when you're spending a little bit of extra money every month to get a little bit of nicer apartment so that you feel comfortable when you get home.
Exactly. I see a lot of foreigners here that want to scrimp and save just even $100 US a month to get an apartment that is a lot worse off than if they were to just drop that extra $100 a month. It's not worth it. It's your home base. Spend on it. Spoil yourself. Okay, number 3 is learning Chinese. This doesn't mean you have to be perfect, but learning Chinese is extremely important for a few reasons. The first one is to not have to be dependent on everyone else, any Chinese friend of yours, for everything you want to do, right?
When I first came and I didn't speak any Chinese, I was really dependent on one of the teachers at our school, and she used to go to lunch with me every day so that I could read the menu with someone that could actually explain to me what was there and what I was eating. And it got to the point where the waitresses all recognized me, so every day after school I would go to the same restaurant and I wouldn't even have to say anything. The waitress would make eye contact and be like, chicken? Chicken.
Another reason is learning Chinese will help you to learn more about Chinese culture.
Yeah, totally. I mean, if you think about it, when you are talking with your friends, we have a lot of idioms that we use every day. We have a lot of jokes that we use culturally that are based in TV shows that we watch or movies that we watched when we were kids. You don't have to be fluent, but once you learn a couple phrases that people use frequently in Chinese, then you really feel like you're part of the culture and you're understanding how people are cracking jokes and really start to fit in.
Which brings us into the next point. Chinese will help you to make friends with locals. The 4th point today is to make friends with both locals and foreigners. You have to make friends with locals. A lot of foreigners come to China and they only make friends with other foreigners, and that's great. You need that. You do need that. But you also need to strike a balance, and you need local friends that aren't just going to use you for your English skills. Like, you seriously, they will help you in so many ways, not only with your Chinese, but understanding the culture and really getting to know this country.
Yeah, and when you're with local friends and you're out and about, they can help explain things to you in real time when you come across a situation that you're unfamiliar with, or when you experience something that you're uncomfortable with. That local person, those local Chinese friends, can really help explain to you in a situation when you're very unaware of what's happening or you feel uncomfortable. You have someone next to you that can explain it to you and can really help you out of sticky situations.
Sure. And like we said before, you need to make friends with foreigners as well. You need that balance. You need that home feel. They will help you. They will give you shortcuts on a lot of problems that occur frequently within China for foreigners. They'll help you out a lot.
Yeah, because you're a foreign group of friends, you really build off of each other's experiences. So you might have an experience that you don't know how to handle, and a foreign friend could really explain it to you in your own language. Someone with a similar culture who went through an exact same thing and is really, really relatable. So it's good to have a good core group of people that you can relax with, talk to, and really go to as some local mentors. The next tip that we have for you, get involved. Whenever you're in a new country, one of the things that really makes you feel at home is when you can do stuff that you're used to or things that you're interested in. So when you're here in China, find some clubs or things that are happening at your school that you like to do, soccer or a mahjong club, and really get involved. One thing that you're good at and you're confident in, and everything else that is new around you, it's really easy for you to connect with those local friends and make some new friends as well.
Number 6 is explore. One of my favorite things to do in China, and a lot of foreign friends have given me this tip when I first got here, was to just get on a bus. It costs 1 or 2 RMB, it's like 25 cents. Put the coin in and just sit on it until the end of the line, and then just walk around. Get lost. Exploring is one of the best things you can do by yourself, with a friend. It's super cheap and loads of fun. You will never regret it.
On another tip for exploring around the city, make sure that you're out and you're exploring places around the city just so that you're not at home every day. It's really easy when you're in a new place to get overwhelmed with everything around you. So make sure that you're not binge watching Netflix for 2 months in a row. You gotta get out, go do things. One thing about being in a new culture is you don't have to speak the language to learn about it. You just have to be in it. So go out and absorb all of that new stuff. All right, next tip, stop comparing. The place that you're in now is different than the place you came from. Don't compare prices. Don't compare the way people handle situations. Don't compare your life here with your life at home. It's different. It's supposed to be different. That's why you came here, silly.
And it's so easy to compare. I've been here for almost 10 years and I still compare. I'm guilty of doing this. Like I would say, oh, we would never do it this way in America. But seriously, you're not in America anymore. You're not in England anymore. You gotta play the game. You're in a different place. There's no freedom of speech here. That's just the way it is. There's no voting here. That's just the way it is. Not good or bad. It's just different. So stop comparing. And by stop comparing, it will stop you from complaining a lot. Stop the damn complaining. Okay, last but not least is don't put too much pressure on yourself. Have fun. A lot of people come here when they're young or old and they already put themselves in a bind with like, oh, I need to be doing this by, I need to be fluent in Chinese after 3 years, or I need to make this much money by 5 years in China, or I need to be back in America and get a job. Like even myself, I'm guilty of doing this too, but relax, like let it come as it goes, just everything will take care of itself.
Yeah, just take it in while you're here. You're here for that experience, right? You're here making memories. And once you go back home and you look back on this experience, you're gonna remember every single part of it. So you really wanna make sure that you're having fun and you're not stressed out the whole time.
All right, that's it for today. I hope you guys found some value in that. We wanna hear from you. What culture shock have you experienced that we didn't talk about today? And or do you have any other tips that you would recommend that we did not bring up today? I'll leave Jessica's Weibo link down below. It's a Chinese website, it's like Chinese Facebook. And thanks for watching. There'll be plenty more to come in the future. All right, peace. So that's gonna be us. You all right with that? All right.
Move part sideways.
I'm actually recording right now. That's awesome. And it's live. We're live on live.
All right, our first tip for today, tech your prep.
Tech your prep. That's fun.
Are you out of breath?
This thing's a bit heavy, but I'm fine.
Do you want to walk slowly?
No, it's good.
Okay.
All right. Number 6 is, what was number 6?